I hate fantasy football. Welcome back, Kleschka crew, to Kleschka Picks. Last week, I went 9-5, making my overall record on the season 131-62. Let's get started with this week. The Thursday night game, Steelers and Vikings. The Vikings lost to the Lions. How embarrassing. The Steelers got a go-ahead touchdown to Deontay Johnson late, which helped them secure victory over the Ravens. This week, I think we see the Steelers struggle once again. They didn't have the most impressive victory last week, points-wise, but I think the Vikings are going to bounce back. I think they're
angry after that loss to the Lions.
And I think it's going to show. I think we see a big show from Justin Jefferson in this game and Madison with Dalvin Cook out. And I think it'll be close, but I think the defense of the Vikings will step up. I think the offense will be better than the Steelers. So give me the Vikings winning 24-17. Raiders and Chiefs. The Raiders lost to the football team in a very close game, and the Chiefs won against the Broncos, but it really didn't feel like it to me. I have Patrick Mahomes on my fantasy team, and this dude will put out the most lackluster performances in fantasy football, and he still wins in real life.
It makes me so mad.
If you're going to do that bad in fantasy, then you shouldn't win. That's just my opinion. And he's been doing a lot of that this season. But the one game he had against the Raiders earlier this year, he went off. Probably his best game of the season. The Raiders seem like they're on the downhill these last couple weeks. So I think with Patrick Mahomes already having a big game against the Raiders this season, I think he's going to do it again. I think he's going to watch a lot of film. I think he's going to succeed with his arm, throwing a lot of touchdowns like he did the first time. And I think the Chiefs will win. The offense will explode. And I think the score will be 34-20. Saints and Jets. The Saints lost on Thursday Night Football last week. Taysom Hill was not the answer. They did not get the production from him that they were hoping for. And the Jets, they did not get the production either. They lost to the Eagles. Not really news, because the Jets, they're just a sad team. This is something that happens over and over and again for them. And for the Saints, I think they're getting Alvin Kamara back this week. He finally got some limited practice in last week, so he should get a lot more practice in this week. And I believe he will be making a return. That is a huge weapon for them to get back. Doesn't really help them as a whole team, but it is a guy you want there on the field. And against the Jets, he's probably going to have a great return. So I think the offense of the Saints relies heavily on Kamara, and I think the Jets will not be able to stop him. So I think the Saints win 23-13. Ravens and Browns. The Browns were on a bye week last week, and the Ravens, they tried to get the win late with a 2-point conversion, and Lamar Jackson just threw it out of the reach of Mark Andrews. They took the L. But I think even though the Browns are rested, I don't think that'll matter. I think Lamar Jackson is going to come out angry, looking for revenge, especially against a division rival. And I think he's going to use his legs a lot in this game. And when he needs his arm, he'll use it and he'll succeed. So I think the Browns defense will not be able to stop Lamar Jackson. And I think he's going to have a good game here against Cleveland. And I think Cleveland is honestly going to struggle. So give me Baltimore winning 27-17. Cowboys and football team. The Cowboys beat the Saints last week. And we had the football team who beat the Raiders on a game-winning field goal from a kicker they just brought out. Brian Johnson, I believe his name is. I don't think they're going to get that luck this week. The Cowboys defense looks like it is strong once again after a couple games where they struggled. Very few. And it looks like Dak is starting to find his way again. And I think he can stay on that path against the football team. So I believe the offense has a great game. I believe the defense has a great game. And I think the Cowboys win 26-13. Falcons and Panthers. Atlanta lost to Tampa Bay. Carolina was on a bye week. I'm just going to keep it short with these two because they're not that impressive, and I think that the Panthers will win 24-20. Titans and Jaguars. The Titans were on a bye week last week, and the Jaguars lost to the Rams. I was at that game. It was a lot of fun, and I do got to say one thing right here. Yes, I did buy a Cooper Kupp jersey at that game, and so many people.
Oh my God, how can you buy a jersey from a division rival?
First of all, yeah, the Rams are in our division, but I don't really see them as a rival. The 49ers, on the other hand, you'll never see me wearing 49ers gear.
Never.
But I didn't buy that Cooper Kupp jersey because I like the Rams or I'm rooting for the Rams. I just really like Cooper Kupp. He's one of my favorite players in the NFL. Cooper Kupp fan, not a Rams fan, Seahawks fan. You can buy jerseys of players you like, okay? That's all right. And I don't care what you guys are gonna say in the comments because that's your opinion. This is my opinion. You can say all those things if you ever see me wearing 49ers, Cowboys, or Patriots. Then you can go in my comments and say those things. But Rams have never really caused me pain. I don't have anything against them. Plain and simple, all right? Now, let's get back to the Kleschka picks. Jacksonville lost in Los Angeles. It was a fun game, and getting out of SoFi Stadium is a nightmare, by the way, this week, with the Titans being well rested, even though they don't have their big monster running back, Derrick Henry, and they're not going to have him going forward. I still think they are a better football team than Jacksonville, and from what I saw last week, they have tons of struggles. I already knew this, but watching them in person, oh my God, the Jaguars are a hard team to watch. So give me the Titans winning 27-14. Seahawks and Texans. My Seahawks beat the 49ers last week. That's who I consider a rival, okay? I can't stand the 49ers. And the Texans, they were shut out last week against the Colts. We have good momentum right now, and the Texans, they have not had good momentum all season. So I think our offense is starting to find its way again after that game with the 49ers. Russell Wilson finally getting in the groove. And I think against the Texans, it's going to help him even more, along with all the other players on the offense. And the defense has stepped up a little bit too. So this game should give them some confidence as well. I think the Seahawks win 30-13. Giants and Chargers. The Giants lost against the Dolphins last week. They didn't have Daniel Jones, but I don't think that really would have mattered. And the Chargers, their offense exploded against Cincinnati. Big game for them. And this week, it looks like Daniel Jones is not going to play again against the Chargers. So that already gives me a lot of confidence in saying that the Chargers are probably going to win this game. And their offense probably not going to have the same production they did last week. The Giants actually have a somewhat solid defense. So I think it'll be tough to score, but I think it'll be even tougher for the Giants to score. So give me the Chargers winning 23-17. Broncos and Lions! The Lions got a win. They beat the Vikings on the last play of the game. Congratulations, Lions, and all of your fans. And we have the Broncos, who also lost against the Chiefs. Their offense was nowhere to be found last week. And I think this week they will find it. And I don't think your happiness will last much longer, Lions fans. So hold on to that one win real tight. I think the Broncos bounce back with their run game. And I think we see the defense step up for the Broncos, cause the Lions to struggle. And I think the Broncos win 24-14. Bills and Buccaneers. The Buccaneers got a win against the Falcons. They finally got the separation late in that game. And the Bills, they lost to the Patriots in the craziest weather game of the season, probably. Mac Jones only threw 3 passes, and the Bills still lost. That is unbelievable, and it was also a huge reason why I lost in fantasy that game. So thanks. And this week, I don't think we see the Bills return to form and absolutely dominate. Buccaneers are a hard team to beat, especially when Tom Brady has his number and is absolutely hitting every receiver. It's going to be a tough one, and I think the Bills defense is going to have a hard time stopping him. And I think the offense is struggling to find its way where it was at the beginning of the season, and I don't think they're going to find their way against the Buccaneers. So I still think it'll be close, but I think Tom Brady has the experience, has the skill and the talent to pull this off, and I think the Buccaneers win 27-20. 49ers and Seahawks. The 49ers, they lost to my Seahawks last week, and the Bengals lost to the Chargers, and they got very banged up in that game. We saw Joe Burrow injure a finger on his throwing hand, and Joe Mixon also looked pretty injured in that game. So those are 2 of their top weapons. Jamar Chase seems like he's losing stock in Rookie of the Year for offense. So the Bengals, they got to get healthy. They got to get back on track. And I think this is going to be a week where they struggle. The 49ers, they are so up and down, and they just had a down. So I think they're going to go up, but see Jimmy Garoppolo step up, throw to George Kittle a lot. I'm sure he's going to find Debo. If Debo's back, I'm not sure. But if he is, that pretty much guarantees that this offense is going to have a good day. And I think the offense of the Bengals is not going to do so well with all the injuries they took last week against the Chargers. So give me the 49ers beating the Bengals in a close one. one 23-20. Packers and Bears. The Packers were on a bye week last week. The Bears lost to the Cardinals with Andy Dalton at quarterback. I don't know who's making the start this week at quarterback, Andy Dalton or Justin Fields, but it doesn't matter. Aaron Rodgers has had a whole week to rest, and that offense is scary enough, even when he was hurt. So I think he should be better than he was before the bye week, and he's going to absolutely go nuts. He owns the Bears. He said it himself, and I think he's going to do it once again. Watch the offense go crazy. Watch the Bears struggle against this Packers defense, which has been stepping up in the later part of the year. So give me the Packers winning 31-13. Cardinals and Rams. The Cardinals won last week. They had Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins back, and that showed that this offense really missed them. Then we had the Rams, who beat the Jaguars. Not the most impressive team to beat, but their offense absolutely caught fire, something they've been missing the past couple weeks. Like I said, that game was awesome to watch in person, especially watching one of my favorite NFL receivers go off. Had a great game, and I think this will be a fun, close division matchup. Even though the Rams just had a very nice week, I think we're going to see them struggle. Remember, they were struggling the weeks prior, and I think now that they're facing a good team again, we're going to see that again, especially with Kyler and DeAndre back. You got to be on the top of your game, and I don't think the Rams are going to be able to stop Kyler and DeAndre and the rest of that offense, and I think the defense of Arizona is going to bring the Rams back down to earth, and I think the Cardinals win 33-24. If you made it to the end of this video, I want you to comment, Lions, you did it! Like the video, subscribe, tell your mom, your dad, your grandma, grandpa, your pets, friends, your brother, your sister, and your uncle, everybody you know to subscribe. They haven't already. I got this, you got this, and we all got this, and I will see you next time.